visiting sideline Super Bowl champ John Harbaugh, head coach of the Ravens since 2008. On the other side, Sean McDermott, now in his 9th season as the head man in Buffalo. Mike Tirico, Greggleson on hand. The rookie Tyler Luke has the honors. The first Sunday night game of the year, and we are underway here in Buffalo. The Bills offense heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, you're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2.
Round 80! Look out!
On the ground, this is James Cook. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 14 on the pickup. First down, Buffalo.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
First and 10, and it's Allen. Tavius Robinson. He's into the sack column early in the season. A sack on this opening drive.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
You feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a bug. You still feel paralyzed above central.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Allen going to give it to Cook. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
Tackled by Trenton Simpson. That brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's got his man, that's Kincaid. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Allen.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
On third down, it's Josh Allen. Flushed to his left. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
A run out of the gun with Crump. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is third down. They'll let the fullback try to push the punt. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
It is certainly an ideal way to start a season, Mike. You get the ball first, you come out, you look sharp, you're in and out of the huddle, you're super efficient. Not only do you take the ball all the way down the field, but you come away with 6. And I know they sure hope that this is a sign of things to come, not only for this offense today, but as the rest of this season unfolds.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bills have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener.
Mitch Wishnowsky is set to kick off.
$7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line.
Automatic first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake, Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And he'll be marked down to the 45-yard line. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. Pass to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. You think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now Jackson on the move. There's the veteran tight end, Andrews. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive. And as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, This defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
So 1 quarter in the books on our first Sunday night telecast of the year. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They have it, 2nd and 4 coming up. In motion comes Andrews. Now the first carry for King Henry. And the Ravens are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this down to about the 3.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Henry will take this one into the end zone. It's a Raven touchdown.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team 1 possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. To return, here's Ray Davis. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So, Greg, here are the Bills. What a year last year. 13-4, beat the Broncos and the Ravens in the playoffs. But once again, ran into Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. Anything that we can say is that one thing to get them to the big game this time?
Well, I mean, we'd probably start with they need Patrick Mahomes to retire. And, you know, but in all seriousness, Mike, I think when you look at Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, it's one of those things where they just happen to exist in a generationally great team in the Kansas City Chiefs, and one of the greatest players we've seen in the last 25 years at quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. So they just need, as hard as it is, they just need to continue to chip away. Just continue to go. They can't make Kansas City the boogeyman, because all of a sudden now that starts to get into your head. Continue to win. Continue to win the division. Continue to get home playoff games. And if they keep knocking at the door, eventually they're going to get over that hump, because Josh Allen and this roster, they are a Super Bowl contending team. They just got to find a way to get over the hump in the game that matters.
Here's a handoff to Cook. And a nice job there, sidestepping defenders on his way. It's a gain of 9.
21-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Second and 1 now from the 21. Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. That one to the sideline, and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. From the gun, Josh Allen. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
Allen gonna throw for it. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's gonna have the first down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Let's make something happen. Come on. Let's go. Let's get that touch.
Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. This one complete to Palmer. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 7.
That's another Bills first down.
Here's Cook. And he will get into the end zone. James Cook. Touchdown, Bills. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive. Together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Pass now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Bills will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Ravens 7. Mitch Wishnowsky.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
So on come the Ravens. And Greg, what a story again last year. 12-5, 13-4 the year before that. Regular season, they have been as good as almost anyone in the NFL. But it's the story if you're living in the AFC. Get over that hump, whether it's Buffalo or Kansas City. It's hard to get to the big game on this side of the draw.
There's no question. And I think if you're Baltimore and you're Buffalo and you look around, you say, man, we should have a couple Super Bowl titles. If we were living in a non-Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid era, maybe teams would look at us a little bit different than they do, but they just need to continue to stay the course. Lamar Jackson, one of the best players, regardless of position, in the entire league, multiple-time MVP winner, so they have a Super Bowl roster. Let's make no mistake about it. They need to just continue to hold serve in the regular season, continue to play for division titles, get as many home playoff games as possible, so when the money's on the line and trips the Super Bowl on the line, they need these games to come through Baltimore. Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And how about that nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. 5 straight divisional titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staffs, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And two new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And, Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organizations.
Oh, absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture setters, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So, no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on Vrabel and Aaron Glenn, and they think they have their guy for the long term.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Cook. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the gun, here is Allen. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. On second down, Cook. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
To the air on third down. Here's Allen. To the goal line and in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown Buffalo. For Josh Allen, the reigning MVP of the NFL. First touchdown pass of this 2025 season.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix and run, mix and pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
That one is no good. Not even close. He missed it wide to the left, and the score remains right where it's at. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. And he's stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Ravens offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll start out first down and 10. Left side into the hands of Hopkins. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Second and 4.
Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now on second down. He'll look Hopkins' way again. This is also complete. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. The clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter.
First down.
Jackson now to throw on first down. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Brings up second and 8.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. A pass pulled in by Henry. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. A gain of
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Again, it's Jackson. Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Jackson up top again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's clear whatever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
3rd and short, Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrew. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. To the air one more time with Jackson. And not liking anything downfield, he'll just get this to the sideline. It is incomplete.
Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here.
He puts it up, and it's caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
On is Luke to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Ravens are back within 6. 4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. Couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day. The debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're going to like it. Our tour around the NFL starts now at legendary Lambeau Field. It's the Packers at home to take on the Lions in the NFC North. And it's David Montgomery. He's going to hustle his way to the end zone, 10 yards on the touchdown. The Lions get the win in the opener. Could this finally be their year? They'll start 1-0. From there, it's off to SoFi Stadium. We're looking on the Rams as they host the Houston Texans. And it's Tutu Atwell. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Rams wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. Got one more to show you. Let's go to Denver. It's the Broncos taking on the Tennessee Titans. And this is Bo Nix. It's a touchdown pass from 3 yards out. The Broncos move to 1-0. They get the victory in the season opener. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
And you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great run game. Obviously, Baltimore adds the extra element with Lamar Jackson. To me, the fascinating team, though, is what kind of jump can we expect, Mike, from the Cincinnati Bengals?
I agree with you because if you think about the toughness and the physicality, Cincinnati can put up points in an electrifying fashion. And even the one year Cleveland was up near the top of the division, they did that as well. But you come back to that defensive side of the ball, and when I look at these teams, Greg, I just think, man, these are defenses that can stop anybody in the league, and that's where you've got to invest in this division.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so fascinating about Cincinnati is they're kind of the outliers. They're the pass-heavy, they're the spread attack, they've got unbelievable weapons on the outside. Obviously, Joe Burrow, quarterback. But it was the defense, and you said it, their inability to be as good on the defensive side of the ball as Baltimore, as Pittsburgh, traditionally, but especially last year, is really what allowed them to be the odd man looking in when they missed the playoffs. So I think if Cincinnati can just improve a little bit on...
And he's going to have to eat this one, and down he goes. That is Joey Bosa taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign. Second down, Jackson. Oh, a man open right side. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22. First and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6. From the 21, here's second down and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, Jackson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Andrews. And he's into the end zone. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. On the return, this is Strong. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford Puka Nacua in that offense run by Sean McVay, I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great sign.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets. Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Allen to his tight end, Kincaid, and the Bills have a first down.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll run the draw with Cook, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's taken in, and a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
A 41-yard attempt.
And he pulled it left. No good. And they will remain down by one.
Off his foot, Mike, this ball was just never on target. He might have been hoping for it to work a little left to right, but it just didn't want to cooperate. It ends up staying wide left.
And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down. Here's Jackson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll motion a tight end right. Play action now. Jackson. He'll swing this out wide to Henry. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. The work just shy of midfield on 2nd and 9. On the give, here's Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
On third down, Jackson. This one intercepted. And the Bills will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
Intercepted. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
That's Cook to start this drive. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. The 4th quarter begins with a run by Cook. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
Round 80!
They go play action now. Here's Allen. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he's in! James Cook, touchdown, Bills. That's his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. They're going to try to run it in. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. This returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. No one open. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Bills signal that they have it, and they do.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
review the play. The ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Jackson going to keep it himself. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
A lot of defensive strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
Back to the tight end, Polo. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard. And it's 1st and 10. They'll send Flowers in motion. Now, faking the give. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 38 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity.
And he's in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the 2-point conversion.
The Ravens will
Throwing Jackson. And that is incomplete. They get the touchdown, take the lead, but it remains a 1-point game. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right reads, seemingly every time. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
319!
From the gun, Josh Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
30-yard line.
180!
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big...
And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the 4th quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
The extra point, up and good. And the Ravens are going to open up the lead to 8.
Bills 26.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. start on the ground with Cook. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
He connects with Palmer on that one. And we'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Look out.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10.
319. What's that?
They'll run with Cook. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Here's second down. They'll drop to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Now Allen facing third and long. He's got it inside the 5. And this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done. And this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2.
Lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Look out.
From the gun, here is Allen. Moving outside the pocket, and he is going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion works, and we've got ourselves a tie game. We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. From the gun, Jackson. That ball intercepted. Picked off by their rookie first-round pick. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Intercepted. The Bills take over first and 10.
They'll come up for first and 10.
319.
run with Cook. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
33-yard line. A gain of 2.
They'll come up now for second down.
And 8.
Round 80. What's that?
From the gun, throw here for Allen. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with 1st and 10.
What's that?
Cook. Able to slip one tackle, but not another. Will be fortunate to get this one back to the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Now, on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try. A lot riding on this play. High game, final minute, 3rd down. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
And the Bills, first down. First down and 10 yards to go.
And we are set for a great finish. Timeout. 2 seconds remaining in the game. So now it's Tyler Bass on in a big spot. This to win the game.
27-yard attempt.
Oh, no, he missed it. Not more than a chip shot, but it's no good. And now the momentum swings to the other sideline here in overtime. So, overtime coming up, and remember the rules now were changed in the offseason. They're the same as the overtime playoff rules. So each team gets to possess the football once. If you score a touchdown on the opening drive, it's no longer a walk-off. The other team can match it. From then on, it's next score wins. Each team gets 3 timeouts. Any defensive score ends the game. All replay challenges come from upstairs, and we play 1 overtime period. If it's still tied, that's the way the game ends. On the return, here comes Davis. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. From the 35, here's 2nd and a couple.
At the 35-yard line.
Allen will give this to Davis. Won't go. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
That's good for a Bill.
If you have a shot to bring him down early, you just can't miss, Mike. Not against a runner like this. If he slips that first tackle, you can see how much more he can add to a run.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
On the ground, this is Davis. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
7-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Allen will throw. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. A huge play there in overtime. 36 yards.
First down.
From the 1-yard line. First down and goal. Davis will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick.
So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense has got it, and that's going to do it. A winner here in overtime.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
So it's a win here for the Bills. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.
want the drama, I want the Chanel, and I got your back. I promise that I would've never got involved if I knew I would get so attached. I promise that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you weren't coming back. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything, anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
Stressing, quit stressing. You should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence. This time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't wanna hear no chat about. If you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat. While you want space and a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low, then I think you should leave that after the tone.
Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything, anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
See, I would've done anything for you. Now you won't pick up when I call you. It was late night texting till we're yawning. Nowadays I'm overthinking till the morning. Switched up and turned without a warning, but I know my heart forever bleed. Two distant strangers like magicians. Never knew them tricks were up your sleeve.
Hey, I'm sick of this back and forth. It's starting to get contagious. I have to put the bridges out you built. What I felt inside would have been out.